sure that'd be a really good sign going into next week, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a credit to these guys, this team, and the leadership of this team. I mean, they love to compete, and that was the whole message. Just go out there and compete. You know, it doesn't matter who the opponent is. You only have so many guaranteed games that you get to play with your brothers. And this is a team that's really tight and have grown and evolved as the season's gone. And you know, love playing with and love playing for one another. So yeah, it was great to see from my seat.
Nick, what do you think makes the offense so good right now, the way it's clicking?
You know, we're pretty versatile. You know, we have a great offensive line, great running backs. We can run the ball well, and then receivers. You know, as you saw today, we have great receiving core, and then tight ends as well in the blocking game and in the passing game. I think we can strike in all types of you know, throwing the ball, running the ball. So pretty versatile.
And Ben, what did it feel like to get the big shutout?
Yeah.
When they got that ball at I think the 3-yard line, what were you guys talking about in those last few minutes?
It was just like, better get the goose egg. I mean, we've been working all season for that. Defense comes out fast, and I mean, we showed that we're the more dominant team, and when they were on the 3-yard line, it's just all about grit, and they came up with it.
Jeff, so, I mean, Mount would have to lose that Muskegon, which they're not going to do. We all know that. So the OAC is off the table. So what do you, I know the game just ended like 10 minutes ago, so, but when you guys start meeting for Marietta, what are you going to talk about? Because it looks like the playoffs, after an 0-2 start, think about that. I'm sure you guys were thinking, playoffs. Playoffs are going to probably be on the table for you guys. How exciting, and what kind of messages do you think you're going to send?
Yeah, well, again, I want to credit our coaching staff. I want to credit our players that we don't talk about things that aren't in our control at the time. All that was in our control after going 0-2 was to win the next game, which was Heidelberg, and then they went to the next game and the next game and the next game. And we've you know, again, they have not looked in advance of where they are. They've stayed present in the moment and taken care of what they need to do. But now the message is, like I just said, in the locker room, and everything that we want and everything that you had in place at the beginning of the season is right in front of you, and it's still within your control. And it's great that we get to play at home in front of our home fans and get to compete one more week here and give ourselves the opportunity to play additional football in the month of November.
Nick, what do you think? I mean, when you're in a 56-0 game and kind of take the vibe out of your own stadium when it's that lopsided, but I think the buzz for next week is going to be really cool. I'm curious what your anticipation, and knowing it's probably going to be a win and you're in playoff situation. What kind of does that get you juiced up for next week?
Yeah, it's exciting. You know, the opportunity we have ahead of us is exciting. You know, I know this team will be mature about it. We'll understand what's at stake, and you know, as we do every week, we'll put everything into winning, going 1-0 next week.
Ty, you got 13 touchdowns on now, and I think it's one off the single season record. And how did it feel out there to get 2 more on board?
Honestly, it feels surreal. You know, I just want to thank Coach B a lot for getting me out the portal, giving me a chance to, you know, find myself all this season. I want to thank my quarterback, of course. You know, without him, you know, none of this would be possible at all. So, you know, I'm just excited that, you know, we have a chance at playoffs coming up. Just taking 1 week at a time, like Coach tells us every week, and everything's still in our control.
Awesome. For you, Ben, hey, you know, this is the first shutout for JCU since 2022 against Wilmington. You know, but talk about the work you guys put in practice and the preparation, because you guys have really worked hard in practice to prepare for this opponent, and, you know, of course, stay focused all year.
Yeah, I mean, in practice, we just go one day at a time and build on that first, second, third, and fourth quarter. And then on Saturdays, we just got to come out and put it all together and just come out fast and just, like, slow down. I mean, we've been doing it all year. Defense stays strong, wins games.
Awesome. And for you, Ty, hey, you know, you really, you know, that deep ball's been cooking all year. You know, talk about what's been the success to the deep passing game this year.
I think just every day in practice, you know, treating every practice as a game situation. So whenever we do get into game situations, it's secondhand nature at the end of the day. yeah, great practice.
Awesome. And then for you, Coach, just to wrap up, really, fantastic team effort, especially in front of, a good crowd and also the 73 and 74 team. But for you, talk about how nice it was at the end of the game to see some unheralded guys get some playing time and some, guys really step up.
It's always good, right? And you get to see guys that bust their butt in practice all day and help guys like this prepare themselves for the game on Saturday. So, and what I take so much joy in is I know that they love it, but I see their teammates excited on the sidelines when they're making plays and they're getting their opportunities and taking advantage of it. And really proud of them to go in there and complete the full game for us, right? As a full team there, and but that's awesome. And your point, it's great to have the 73 and 74 teams here. 50-year anniversary of back-to-back PAC championships is awesome. I've gotten a chance to meet some of those guys over the course of the time I've been here, and really, really incredible. Looking forward to having the 94 team here next Saturday for their 30th reunion of an OAC title.
Awesome. Anything else you guys want to add? Awesome. Thanks, fellas.
Thank
All
you.
right, thanks, Jeff.